This is Barry from Worthington Distribution, and today we're going to cover OmniTouch 7 template customization using BitWise Project Editor. Part 2 will explain how to customize the templates that you extracted in the previous video. The first section that we're going to go over is audio. So we're going to open our GUI group, and then we're going to right click on our audio 1 page, and then we're going to select edit. As you can see, we got a whole bunch of different buttons going on here. The menu bar down here is consistent across most of the pages. It has a home screen button, menu button, which will bring up your options for back and all your different pages, a security button, rooms button, and a theater button, which will give you a pop-up. As for the audio page, we have our audio zone name for the zones that we have listed and the source that's playing in those zones. We have a power indication of whether they're on and off. And then here on the right is for the currently selected audio zone. We have your zone name, your zone source, your volume percentage, your button control. We have your mute on and mute off, your power. You have a volume up and a volume down, and then a volume slider. You have your source control, next track, previous track, stop, pause, play, and then you have your source control, and your source names will populate here, and as well as which source is currently selected. If you want to move or change things around, you can just drag them around. If you need to add an additional zone, basically we're just going to highlight all of the buttons in that one, and we're going to right click and we're going to copy, and then we're going to click off of that and then use your Control V paste option, and it'll paste a copy of it, and we can then go ahead and either drag it and line up everything, or we can use the up and down arrow keys to get everything lined up properly. Once that's done, then we have to go in and modify which information it's showing. So if you look at the text, it says audio zone 2. So what we would go ahead and do then is right click on it and go to properties, and then we're going to go back and change the zone 2 to a 3. Click on OK, and then we also need to change our source, and we're going to change that from zone 2 to zone 3. And we also need to change our power from zone 2 to zone 3. And we're also going to change the power function to zone 3. We also need to modify which audio page that's pointing at, but we have to go ahead and add an audio page before we can change that. So we'll go ahead and add the audio page. Click on OK, and we go to right click on audio 1 and hit copy, and then we're going to right click on our group and paste GUI. It's going to go ahead and add it down at the bottom. We're going to right click on it and do rename, change it to 3, hit OK, and then I like to move them up and keep them in alphabetical order, so we'll just move this up underneath the other ones. Then we can right click back on page 1 and edit, and we can right click on the main button, select properties, and change it to go to audio 3. And then we can hit OK on that. Now that we have a third audio page, then we'd have to go into the audio page itself and go ahead and change all of our buttons on the main page to audio 3. So if you look, our zone feedback says 1 and our source is 1, and so we would just go in individually, change those all to zone 3. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please call us at 800-282-8864 or email us at bitwise@worthdist.com.